paradise will resume peace, nearly all of it as it never been. We were not long together.
I said to him, give her up. I swore by all that I held most sacred.
One morning as I was sitting, stitching by the open window, she burst in and flew at me. Give him up, she screamed, he's mine. Her photographs were kind to her. Seeing her now for the first time, full length in the flesh, I understood why he preferred me.
We were not long together when she snubbed the rat. Give up that whore, she said, or I'll cut my fur. Pardon, so help me God. I knew she could have no proof, so I told her I did not know what she was talking about.
What are you talking about, I said, stitching away. Someone yours, give up whom? I can smell you off him, she screamed. He stinks of bitch.
Though I had him dogged for months by a first-rate man, no shadow of proof was forthcoming, and there was no denying that he continued as assiduous as ever. This, and his horror of the merely platonic thing, made me sometimes wonder if I were not accusing him unjustly. Yes.
What have you to complain of, I said? Have I been neglecting you? How could we be together in the way we are if there was someone else? Loving her as I did, with all my heart, I could not but feel sorry for her.
Fearing she was about to offer me violence, I rang for Erskine and had her shown out. Her parting words, as he could testify, he is still living, has not forgotten, coming and going on the earth, letting people in, showing people out, were to the effect that she would settle my hash. I confess this did alarm me a little at the time.
She was not convinced, I might have known. I smell her off here, she kept saying. There was no answer to this, so I took her in my arms and I swore I would love her for forever and I couldn't live without her. I meant it, what is more. Yes, I'm sure I did. She did not repulse me.
Judge then of my astonishment when one fine morning as I was sitting stricken in the morning room, he slunk in, fell on his knees before me, buried his face in my lap, and confessed.
She put a bloodhound on me, but I had a little chat with him. Oh, he was glad of the extra money.
Why don't you get out, I said, when he started moaning about his home life. There was obviously nothing between you anymore, or is there?
I confess my first feeling was one of wonderment. What a male.
Anything between us, he said. What do you take me for? Something machine? Of course, with him, the danger is the spiritual thing. And why don't you get out, I said. I sometimes wonder if you were not living with her for her money.
The next thing was the scene between them. I can't have her crashing in here, she said, threatening to take my life. I must have looked incredulous. Ask Erskine, she said, if you don't believe me. But she threatens to take her own, I said. Not yours, she said. No, I said hers. We had fun trying to work this out.
Then I forgave him. To what will love not stoop? I suggested a little jaunt to celebrate the Riviera or our darling Grand Canary. He was looking pale, peaked. This was not possible just then. Professional commitments.
She came again, just strolled in, all honey, licking her lips. Poor. I was doing my nails by the open window. He's told me all about it, she said. Who he, I said, filing away, and what it. I know what torture you must be going through, and I've dropped in to say I bear you no ill feeling. I rang for Erskine.
Then I got frightened and made a clean breast of it. She was looking more and more desperate. She had a razor in her vanity bag. Adulterers, take warning, never admit.
When I was satisfied all was over, I went to have a gloat, just a common tart. What could he have found in her when he had me?
He came again, we had it out. I felt like death. He went on about why he had to tell her, too risky and so on. And he had gone back to her about that.
Pudding face, puppy spots, blubber mouth, jowls, no neck. Drugs, you could.
He went on and on. I could hear a mower, an old hand mower. I stopped him and said that whenever I might feel I had no silly threats to offer, but not much stomach for her leavings. He thought that over for a bit.
Calves like a flunky.
When I saw her again, she knew. She was looking wretched, pardon. Some fool was cutting grass, a little rush, then another. The problem was how to convince her that no revival of intimacy was involved. I knew I couldn't, so I took her in my arms and I told her that I could not go on living without her. I don't believe I could have.
The only solution was to go away together. He swore we should as soon as he had put his affairs in order. In the meantime, we were to carry
naughty, she said one night on the pillow. You're well out of that. Rather uncalled for, I thought. I am indeed, sweetheart, I said. I am indeed. God, what vermin women. Thanks to you, Angel, I said.
Then I began to smell her off him again. Yes.
When he stopped coming, I was prepared, more or less.
Finally, it was all too much. I simply could no longer...
Before I could do anything, he disappeared. That meant she had won. That slut. I couldn't credit it. I lay stricken for weeks. Then I drove over to her place. It was all bolted and barred all the way with frozen dew. On the way back by ash and snowland.
I simply could no longer...
I made a bundle of his things and burnt them. It was November and the bonfire was going. All night I smelled them smoldering.
When first this change... First this change, I actually thank God. I thought it is said, it is done, now all is going out.
Mercy, mercy, tongue still hanging out for mercy. It will come. You haven't seen me, but you will. Then it will come.
To say I am not disappointed. No, I am. I had anticipated something better, more restful.
Or you will weary of me.
Down, all going down into the dark. Peace is coming. I thought, after all, at last, I was right. After all, thank God, it was first this change.
Less confused, less confusing at the same time. I prefer this to the other thing, definitely. There are endurable moments.
I thought,
When you go out and I go out, someday you'll tire of me and go out for good.
Another chocolate.
peace, yes, I suppose, a kind of peace and all that pain as if never been.
Give me up as a bad job. Go away and start poking and pecking at someone else. On the other hand,
Get off me, get off me.
It will come, must come. There's no future in this.
on the other hand, things may disimprove. There is that danger.
Oh, of course I know now.
That I do not tell the truth is that if someday somehow I may tell the truth at last, and then there will be no more light at last for the truth.
You might get angry and blaze me clean out to my wits, mightn't you?
I know now. All that was just play. And all this, when will all this?
Is that it, mightn't you?
All this, when will all this have been just play?
I can do nothing for anybody anymore, thank God, so it must be something I have to say, how the mind works still.
But I doubt it. It would not be like you somehow. You must know I am doing my best for Dorothy.
Perhaps they've become friends. Perhaps sorrow.
But I've said all I can, oh, you let me outline.
Perhaps sorrow has brought them together.
No doubt I made the same mistake as when it was the sun that showed him looking for sense, but possibly there is none.
Perhaps they meet and sit over a cup of that green tea they both so love without milk or sugar, not even a squeeze of lemon.
I didn't seem to me as I don't bother me at all.
Not even a squeeze of...
Is it something I should do with my face other than utter a weep?
Am I taboo, I wonder? Not necessarily. Now that all danger is averted, that poor creature, I can hear her, that poor creature.
If I don't my tongue and swallow it, spit it out. Without placate you, how the mind works still, to be sure.
Meet and sit in the one dear place now, and the other in sorrow together and compare parted happy memories.
If only I could think there is no sense in it. It's either none whatsoever, I can't. And all,
If only I could think.
If only I could think there is no sense in this either none whatsoever, I can't.
They might even feel sorry for me if they could
That
see
poor creature.
that poor creature that tried to seduce you, whatever became of her, do you suppose? I can hear her, poor thing. Poor thing.
Yeah, personally, I always preferred Lipton's.
And all those all fallen from the beginning on empty air, nothing being asked of me at all, no one asking me for anything at all.
Might even feel sorry for me if they could see me, but never so sorry as I have been.
I
I can sing their sorrow.
I pity them in any case. Yes, compare my lot with theirs, however blessed, and
I can't, the mind won't have it, it would have to go, yes.
pity them.
What do you do when you go out shift?
Am I hiding something? Have I lost?
It means I fancy that she lived like a pig.
Like dragging a great roller and scorching the industry to get it moving when I'm coming, kill it and strain again.
Have I lost the thing you want? Why go out? Why go...
And you perhaps pitying me thinking poor thing she needs a rest.
Perhaps she's taken away to live somewhere in the sun.
Why go down? Why not?
I don't know.
Perhaps she's sitting somewhere by the open window, her hands folded in her lap, gazing down out over the olives.
Why not keep on glaring at me without ceasing? I might start to rave. Bring it up again. Par.
Yeah.
Done.
Gazing down out over the olives in the sea, wondering what could be keeping him, growing cold, shadows stealing over everything, creeping, yes.
To think we were never together.
Am I not perhaps a little unhinged already?
Poor creature, poor creatures.
Never woke together on a May morning, the first to wake the other two, then a little piggy.
Penitence, yes, and a pinch atonement. One was resigned, but no, that does not seem to be the point either.
I say, am I not perhaps a little unhinged already? Just a little? I doubt it.
A little dingy.
Silence and darkness were all I craved. I like it a certain amount of both. They being one, perhaps it was more wickedness to pray for more.
Floating on the river, I resting on my oars, they lolling on air pillows and stirring sheets, drifting, such fantasies.
Hellish half-life.
A shade gone in the head, just a shade eyed down.
We were not civilized.
Time for darker, the darker the more strange.
Such fantasies then and now.
I doubt it.
Yes, the whole thing, they're all there staring you in the face. You will see it. Get off me or weary.
And now that you are mere eye, just looking at me, at my face, on and off,
Weary, plain as me, get off me, yes.
looking for something in my face, some truth in my eye, not even. Mere eye, no mind opening and shutting on me, am I as much as being seen?
Yes,
peace
perhaps
instead
so.
of